present, along with the minister and other dignitaries. Even the Minister of Correctional Service was also present. Students who are working, but in Raksha Foundation we have a lot of students who comes from reputed and prestigious institution for internship. So this is a set of summer interns who are working with the Raksha Foundation. So one is from Jadavpur University, Bajbaj Institute of Technology, J.D. Birla. So these students were there, and His Excellency awarded the certificate of completion. So we would also look forward to have our connection and the relation that we are having till now, and it should further strengthen with you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. So, a small presentation by Devika Jaiswal about Raksha, that what we work, what we are.
Is a 25 years old voluntary organization which is standing on various pillars, but the two most important pillars is Mr. Kavidas, social entrepreneur, who is spearheading Raksha Foundation as the managing trustee, and Mr. Jaideep Das, a founder trustee, who is supporting Raksha Foundation and who is a successful and established businessman. We work in a plethora of activities under myriad areas. So we have put that in 5 categories. One being Jivika Rakshak, that is on skill development. The second being Vatavaran Rakshak, which is environment related activities. Third being Shakti Rakshak, which is women empowerment. Fourth, Shrishti Rakshak, where we promote art, culture, creativity. And the fifth being Swast Rakshak, where we give importance to health. We believe in inclusivity. We believe that for progress and growth to happen, different stakeholders of the society need to come together to work. And we also believe that we need to incorporate or include the marginalized, the incarcerated, women, all sorts of categories towards the progressive nation. And we also believe in this global partnership, where we believe we need to get the global to the local, because we single-handedly cannot achieve our goals. So we need to work in partnership and towards sustainability and growth and development. Starting with the Jivika Rakshak, we have different activities, like ma'am already mentioned, Youth Story Beyond Bars, which is the products being made by the inmates of correctional home, and we are training them in skill development. We also have Novodisha and New Horizon Literacy Center, where we are teaching them computer learning and also bridging the gap between the dropouts from the school and getting them back into the mainstream. We also have women security training personnel, where we train them in security guard and we place them. And we also completed the English-speaking class for the inmates of correctional home. And our supervisor, Ms. Lovely Adhikari, who is part of the workshop. In Vatavaran Rakshak, from the environment, the garden that you have seen, where we have a cultural program that is maintained by Raksha Foundation in association with the Children of New Horizon Literacy Center. And we also have this drive of planting trees in and around Kolkata to promote green environment and sustainable environment. We also, this whole stretch that you have seen was a all garbage place. So we, in association with Sochalat, another NGO, have turned into a beautiful place so that the people nearby can enjoy the view and can breathe fresh air. Is it hanging? Okay. In Shakti Rakshak, that is women empowerment, we have tri-series debate in which we discuss about pertinent social issues, and we discuss that in the presence of not just women but men as well, because both the ideas and opinions are important for the growth and development. We also had recently hosted the Global Mentoring Walk in association with Vital Voices, an international NGO of Washington DC, in which we commemorated the International Women's Day, and we had a panel discussion where we were talking about how women are leading sustainability in the society. We also, from time to time, felicitate people who are doing progressive work and social good work for the progress of the society, and we award them and honor them. In Shrishti Rakshak, we are, as ma'am said, that we are having a painting class in the inmates of correctional home, where the inmates, the mother inmates and the children paint side by side to create a bonding between them. And we hold annual drawing competition with Novodisha children on their annual sports day, where all the Novodisha all over Calcutta participate in this drawing competition. We award them for the best drawing. as well. And we also have a painting exhibition where these mothers who have painted over the years on the canvases, we display that in a grand setting where people outside can see the creativity which is behind the bars. Or distribute orthopedical instruments and different wheelchairs and other instruments that is required by physically handicapped people. We also have this annual charity program every year where we go to the poorest of poorest background in the society and we distribute clothes, uniforms, school bags, all the other utility items, and also have a grand feast where they can enjoy a good meal and have a hearty time. Also participating in fashion show to promote jute as jute bags, but also as a fashion statement where we have a range of stylish and niche products for the citizens and to for the youth to change their mindset that jute is beyond just a sacking bag or a shopping bag.
So Mrs. Das and Mr. Das, and also the Rakshak Foundation, thank you very much for arranging such a wonderful gathering for me and my wife. When I read your letter, I just felt that it was an unusual letter, listing all your connections with the Chinese Consul General in Kolkata. I promised to my friends here in Kolkata during the last 2 months and 3 weeks that I'd take over whatever Mr. Ma has done and would continue to build on your experiences, to expand our cooperation, to strengthen our ties. So viewing little girls dance, I really like it very much. I have to congratulate you. Because when I saw you dance, I hear you reciting maybe the poems. I don't know the words, but I know you really enjoy it. You sing and dance all together. Is that right?
Yes.
Bengali people, I know you are always very proud of your great poet, Rabindranath Tagore. He visited China in 1922. So beyond our age, beyond the years we remember. So in 1922 he was in China. He was greeted by some of the very top scholars of China. He was there, and the host in China then, some of the very top scholars of China, poets, professors, and some of those, or many of those, were just the recent returnees from the United States, from the UK, from Europe. And one of them said that Tagore, your Tagore, right? Your Tagore was from a country that was the dearest and nearest brother of China. Any idea what he meant? India is the dearest and nearest brother of China. So we are brothers and sisters. So when you dance, I can feel that we are very much the same. I'm very glad that Rakshak has done so much to help your people, our sisters and brothers, out of poverty, out of streets, out of bad situations, out of waste, solid waste, liquid waste. And also you gave them training so that they can develop their skills. I noticed that you have many people, hundreds of thousands of people impacted. I know how they are impacted. When they get a skill, they will have a new skill to lead a more decent life. China and India, we are so much alike. We are so much more alike than the rest of the world can imagine. but we are so different. We are so different today. India and China, India was so-called colonized many hundreds of years. China was semi-colonized. So you gained your independence in 1947. China set up the People's Republic in 1949. You in 1947, we in 1949. So the young India, the young China are almost the same age. And you celebrated your 70th Independence Day this year, and China will celebrate our founding, the 70th anniversary of the founding of the People's Republic. So both countries now are very proud, successful countries. With your own model, your dancing, your reciting, your way of doing business, you become one of the largest economies in the world. China becomes the number 2 economy in the world, showing that we have to believe in ourselves. You have to believe yourself. We have to believe ourselves. But as you were in China, you were in China. I think, Mr. Das, have you ever been to China?
No,
Not yet.
not yet.
It's not fair.
Not yet.
It's not fair.
we both can't move every time.
Yeah.
There is some internal problem. My
Yeah.
business, home, okay.
Yeah,
family,
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why we both cannot move together.
Yeah. So many of you, you were in China, right? You were in China.
I was
Then-
in China.
You were in China.
She's
Okay.
part of the delegation.
Yeah, I was.
What I mean is that I got stuck in the traffic on my way here. I apologize for the delay. And we have had a lot of conversation, including Mr. Ma's conversation with you. My coming today is my beginning of our journey together. But I mean, our conversations have been going on not only today. So we have quite some years of conversations. What I want to say as a beginning of our future conversation is something like this. Our countries, we have to believe our community to communicate. Recently, my Deputy Consul General visited Odisha. The reason was that there is a young Chinese girl from Shanghai. She quitted her job to come to India to learn your dance. So after 3.5 years, she graduated from Odisha. The name I could not tell.
Odissi.
Odissi.
Okay, one of the top dancer of the nation in
Yes.
India was her mentor.
Yes.
So she graduated and she said, what a Chinese Consul General would honor the graduation show. I was just having another appointment that day, so I led my Deputy Consul General to go there. It was a wonderful thing. Our community, our communication capability will show that we can succeed. If we can't talk between ourselves, who would care? I mean, India and China, we are the greatest nations on earth. Our knowledge, Indian knowledge, Chinese knowledge, we have impacted the globe for thousands of years. Our efforts will show that we will continue to do that. We are able to do that. And yes, we denoted some computers, but that's a very tiny thing. I know that you are very capable people, social entrepreneurs. I really like that word. Truly successful business, a very beautiful dance, Indian boys and girls are handsome and beautiful, right? Yes. Successful businessmen, beautiful girls, beautiful dancers. Chinese men as well, Chinese boys and girls as well. We believe in our beauty. We believe in our capability. So China set 3 areas as a major national campaigns to help the country out of something. One of is, as you may read Chinese media, the social and the financial stability of the country. In a country with billions of people, you cannot imagine that the country is not stable enough, financially, socially, technologically. And also one of the things regarding this is the food, right? The rice bowl, the security. I know security, right? Our president said that you cannot imagine that a country like ours, you don't hold your rice bowl in your hand. So we have to depend on ourselves. So we have to keep the country socially stable, financially stable. So this is one thing. The other thing is very much associated with your efforts, our efforts, Chinese efforts. That is the poverty. China set up a poverty target. That is by 2020, we have to lift all those poverty-stricken areas and people out of it by 2020. It's called Targeted Poverty Alleviation Campaign by 2020. Our approach looks a little bit different. I don't have much understanding about our Indian efforts as a country, as states, as districts. In China, poverty is the top priority of any level of government. So it is the government campaign, government efforts nationwide to go to the remote areas, go to the poor areas, go to the mountains, and we put the most capable hands in the most difficult situation so that these people, the leaders, will be assessed and then promoted after they lift the place out of poverty, including the 5 pillars, your pillars, the women issues, the education issues for kids, the health issues, the environment issues, skill training issues. You know, India and China, we are coming to the same challenge, that is the urbanization. We are losing our talents. We are losing our bright, smartest brains to the West. They have the best universities, so attractive, so good, so your talents are moving out of the country. China faces the same issue. The back country are losing their talents to the coastal cities. So in China, this is a national campaign. Leadership will be assessed by how they get people out of poverty. In this area, I think the most capable brains of India and China, we can come together. So next time, I think maybe we can talk on this. Next time when you travel to China, I would help. We will upgrade our dialogue. I see my former Consul General have been on the same stage with the current mayor, the governor, and many other dignitaries of the state. I think we will consolidate our resources and upgrade our efforts so that your impact, in my view, your impact might be more impactful if our direction, if our targets are identified in a more efficient way. In China, the identification of areas and people, it doesn't mean that any people coming to you just naturally be underprivileged. We have certain standards to identify. who is not, what projects is more appropriate, what projects are not that effective. My ministry, Chinese Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the MEA China, right? We, like many other center agencies and ministries of China, we are supposed to be partnering with the Yunnan province, your closest neighbor to the east, Yunnan province, that's the capital. Specifically, we have to target two most poor counties in the southern part of the province. So next time, if you like, we want to show you how the Chinese ministry is helping the two poorest counties in Yunnan provinces. And there are many other such cases, but I don't have that long time. The last one is, the third major campaign is about the environment. The environment. We have to keep the green mountains as they are. We have to keep the lush waters green. You have great rivers, Brahmaputra, Ganges, and Hindus from the very the top. You have many other rivers. I mean, in China, we say that the green mountain and lush waters are gold mountains and rivers. You just leave them there. They will become the natural asset of the country. You don't have to cultivate everything you have in hand. You have to leave them in the hands of your offspring, your descendants, for the future generations to come. So my office would be very much willing to work with you, our community, for you to share my experiences. As at the beginning I said, we are brothers and sisters. We have to trust each other. We have much longer trust in history than we may have some dispute. And in China, you know China, India, other peoples may come and go, just like colonizers, I think. Other people come and go, but China and India, we can never remove ourselves to anywhere else. China to the east is Pacific, India to the south is the ocean. So we can never move. We have to stay. You just can't change. Just like a natural, heavenly, God-blessed twinnage and marriage. You never get let go. So, and this is, as I said, this is just the beginning. I really feel honored and appreciative of your efforts in inviting me here. I could have come to your Holly Palace. But you know, you can see the on my website the news. All my colleagues and we were celebrating the colors in the community. But let's create other opportunities to meet. We have many good ideas. This is just our beginning. So thank you very much. Thank you very much.
And this bond has flourished into an exemplary benchmark of bilateral relations in global and regional geopolitics. However, the most noteworthy aspect of this relation has been on the grounds of education, cultural exchange, and scientific and cognitive development. And the first recorded relations between India and China date back to the 2nd century BCE. And there are also references from the Maurya dynasty of the Indian government and the manuscripts of Chinese travelers like Yuan Sang and Fa Bin, which bear testimony to these relations. and universities like Nalanda and Taxila were hubs of educational and scientific development and enlightenment at that point of time. Now these extended boundaries of spiritual understanding, which transcended beyond boundaries and resulted in the spread of religion like Buddhism across Asia. And over the centuries, these relations have metamorphosed into an incontrovertible asset for both of these countries, which is something I'm really proud of and I'd love to write more about in Global Forum. Both India and China stand at the threshold of global dominance and hold the keys to the future, being the fastest growing economies in the world and being the two most populous countries in the world. And apart from their commercial relationships, there have been several notable achievements when it comes to education and cultural exchange. For example, the Education Exchange Program, which provides further enhanced cooperation between institutes in the field of vocational education, collaboration between institutes of higher learning. Also, the humongous success of Indian movies in China shows the growing popularity among Chinese audiences. Some notable events that have taken place in China, such as the Yoga at a Great Wall event, or China's sponsorship of the International Yoga Day, or the Colors of India Festival, further go on to cement the cultural ties between these countries which share, and it's truly something that I'm really proud about. Now, one of my own personal experiences that I'm really happy to share about, and essentially why I'm here, was that I got the opportunity to visit China on this cultural exchange program with the Shida Fuzhong High School in Kunming, China. So, having a guest from China who lived with me in my house, in my room for 2 weeks, and then going to China and staying there with the Chinese family for 2 weeks, experiencing their culture, living with the family, getting to know their day-to-day activities, how they look at life and their school and everything, was a really great opportunity for me. And this is something that I'm really proud of, and I'm sure that in the global community we can move forward hand in hand and make greater things. Now, it gives me immense pleasure as a global citizen to be associated with this unique amalgam of cultures that these two countries share. And I hope it will take us forward towards a greater future to make this world a greater place for you and for me and the entire human race. So I'd like to end by quoting a stanza from my favorite poem by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, A Song of Life, which said, "In the world's broad field of battle, in the bivouac of life, be not a dumb-driven cattle, be a hero in the strife." Thank you so much.
Good study, and day up, meaning that you have to study very hard so that you can improve every day. So I wish all of you study hard, achieve better results, and working towards China-India relationship. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. See you next time. See you next time.
His Excellency Jia Liu, the Consul General of the People's Republic of China in Kolkata. What are your plans for the development of the India-China bilateral connections?
China and India are great countries. My job in Kolkata as the 5th Chinese Consul General is to work with state government, city government of West Bengal, the great city of Kolkata, work together to promote the cultural, educational, environmental exchanges so that our peoples, the people in India and China, we can share the result of our development, share our experiences in developing our countries. We have great potentials. I am fully confident if we work together, we will create a better future for all of us.
Thank you. What is your agenda for the community development?
Since my coming in early January this year, I have talked with many Indian friends in the community around the city and in the state. My agenda is that I want to listen to the voices of the people in the community. I want to see the people in the community so that I could be more targeted. Your needs could be better heard. So I will continue to visit different places around the state, the tea gardens, the rural areas, the underprivileged schools, women's institution, etc. I think only by listening to people can we achieve a better result.
Thank you so much. And what will be your immediate focus area to work after taking the mantle as the Consul General?
The focus would be the people-to-people exchange between our two countries. I think we are great people, we are great countries. The people-to-people exchange would include areas such as the youth exchange, exchanging women development, women leaderships, the environmental issues, the film, for example, the academia, the media, many other areas that we call people-to-people exchange. As I said, only by exchange between the two people can we achieve a better result.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
আজকে আমাদের খুবই একটা আনন্দের দিন। আজকে নতুন অনারি নয়, কনসুলেট জেনারেল অফ পিপলস রিপাবলিক অফ চায়না কলকাতায় হিজ এক্সেলেন্সি উনি এসেছিলেন আমাদের রক্ষক ফাউন্ডেশনে, এবং উনি কম্পিউটার সেন্টার আর আমাদের নিউ হরাইজনের বাচ্চাদের ডান্স পারফরমেন্স দেখেছেন এবং দেখে উনি খুবই আনন্দিত হয়েছেন এবং তাদেরকে খুব এনকারেজ করেছে। আর আমাদের রক্ষক ফাউন্ডেশনের সকল মেম্বারদের সঙ্গে উনি আলাপ করেছেন ব্যক্তিগতভাবেই। আর আমাদের সম্পূর্ণা বেদিকা যারা রক্ষক ফাউন্ডেশনে তারা কিছু প্রেজেন্টেশন দিয়েছে। লাভলি অধিকারী ছিল, সেও একটা জুটের ব্যাগ দিয়েছেন এবং উনি সকলকেই খুবই এনকারেজ করেছেন। আমাদের সকলের সমবেত কাজকে উনি খুবই বাহবা দিয়েছেন। আর নবদিশা যে আমাদের স্কুল আছে কলকাতা পুলিশের সাথে, সেই স্কুলেও উনি ভিজিট করেছেন এবং ওখানকার যে কচিকাচারা স্টুডেন্টরা তারা পারফর্ম করেছে। আর আরেকজন আমাদের যে ভলেন্টিয়ার আমাদের রক্ষক ফাউন্ডেশনে, সে হলো মিস সুমির বাসু। সে চায়না তার যাওয়ার নিয়ে সেই জার্নি সেটা কনসুলেটকে ও বলেছে, এবং কনসুলেট এবং ফার্স্ট লেডি এবং ডেপুটি কনসাল ওরা সকলেই এসেছেন এবং সকলেই খুবই আনন্দিত। আর যেটা সবথেকে বড় কথা, ওনাদের কাজটা ভালো লেগেছে রক্ষক ফাউন্ডেশনের সাথে, এবং ওনারা চান যাতে এটা দীর্ঘমেয়াদী হয় এবং এই কাজটা যেভাবে ফর্মার কনসুলেট যেভাবে রেখে গেছেন সেখান থেকে আমরা যাতে আরও অগ্রসর হতে পারি, আরোভাবে বৃহত্তরভাবে যাতে আমরা আমাদের এই যে কানেকশন সেটাকে প্রসারিত করতে পারি। তো সুদূর ভবিষ্যতে আমাদের আগামী জুন মাসে প্রবাবলি হয়তো উনি আমাদেরকে বলেছেন যে যাতে আমরা উইমেন্স একটা ডেলিগেশন নিয়ে কুনমিং এবং ইউনান প্রভিন্সে আমরা ভিজিট করতে পারি, যেখানে প্রফেসর থাকবেন এবং বিভিন্ন স্ট্রাটা অফ সোসাইটির যেখানে এস্টাবলিশ মহিলারা আছেন, তাতে আমরা গিয়ে সেই ডেলিগেশন একটা লিড করতে পারি এই বছরে, এবং আমরা ইউনান প্রভিন্সের মহিলাদের সাথে আমরা যাতে আরও বৃহত্তরভাবে আমাদের যে চিন্তা ভাবনা, আমাদের যে কার্যতালিকা তাদের সাথে শেয়ার করা এবং তাদের কাছ থেকেও জেনে আসা।